as we have the opportunity to speak with key decision makers such as yourself, with the responsibility for influencing and maximizing the efficiency of company and operations, we hear about your challenges when it comes to the equipment rental and tool rental processes. These numbers here tell a story. Aberdeen Group recently did a study, and 82% of the companies surveyed admit that with higher utilization comes higher return on investment. So essentially they say the more we rent, the more profitable we can be. 46% of the same companies admit that they do not have a method or process of tracking their equipment. And based on RSC's own study over the last several years, 24% of all RSC equipment is past due. And out of that 24% of equipment past due, it's an average of 15 days past due. Our customers tell us about the different factors that impact their equipment rental scenario. So, let's take a quick look at where we are today. And let's take a quick look at the factors that impact that rental scenario. We have a defragmented system. And although a lot of companies use this system and it's a part of the way they do business, it can present some key challenges. And what are those challenges? Well, in a defragmented system, we're going to have multiple people doing multiple orders, different times, different locations. We're going to have different vendors. We're going to have different methods of tracking all this equipment rental and processes. And we're going to have pretty much job sites all over the place. So, what are the results of dealing with this type of system? Well, one of the common results is that we will have too much equipment on rent. Not only are we going to have too much equipment on rent, most of the times we're going to have it for too long. And it's excessively complex. Different peoples with different methods, some using sticky notes, some using spreadsheets. Just an accumulation of different things. Well, what does this all mean? This all means that in our system, we're going to spend in excess in spend. We're simply going to be spending a lot of money in a lot of places. We can't really track all that. It's very hard to do. Another thing is that we're going to spend a lot of time, a lot of swivel time, between all these computer programs and handwritten processes and trying to make sense of all this. And what that leads to, essentially, is a waste in our most important resource, which is personnel. So, essentially, when we want to go from today and move forward to the future, the too much, the too long, the too complex is going to bog us down. It's going to take us off our trajectory to effectively get to the future and to achieve that level of operational excellence that we all desire, that we all strive for. So, what do a lot of companies do to try to combat the too much, the too long, the too complex? Well, unfortunately, companies tend to fall back and just focus on the only thing they think they can control and they have power over. And that is to focus on price. Price may be important, but price is only 1/6 of this equation. And no matter how much of a good price you are getting, if you don't fix it too much or too long and too complex, at the end of the day, you're still going to be overspending. And you're not going to be able to control your cost, or the length, or the complexity of your solution. So we will not be able to achieve our operational excellence that we desire. So what do best-in-class companies do? Well, best-in-class companies look at RSC as a way to bridge the gap between today and the future that they want to achieve. Companies realize that equipment rental operations and processes will affect their personnel, both in engagement and in productivity, and that it will also affect the overall outcome of their projects. So how can RSC help you bridge that gap? Well, what if you were able to have full insight, full visibility and accountability of all your equipment rental processes? Well, RSC can do that through total control. Everything, one program, one click. What if you were able to streamline all your equipment processes and have a partner working with you hand in hand and being able to manage your equipment rental solutions? Having somebody dedicated working with your company that knows your process, knows your personnel, and can truly assist you moving forward to that operational excellence. Well, RSC can do that through RSC Managed Solutions. And what if you were able to reduce your cost and consumption? What if you're able to rent the right equipment at the right time, when you need it, where you need it? This is the RSC philosophy that's best in class. This is RSC consumption management. This is what best-in-class companies do to overcome the too much, too long, and the too complex. RSC consumption management has a value up to 6 times greater than just focusing on price alone. Well, what if you were able to streamline all of your equipment rental, processes, and personnel? Have everything together in one package and truly move from a fragmented and reactive approach and move to a proactive approach. Well, with you and RSC, you can achieve that. With you and RSC working together to reach that operational excellence. Let's take a look at an example over here on this side, because these numbers also tell a very important story. Okay? We recently got together with a major oil company that decided to take into practice RSC consumption management. And these are the results that we came up with. They saw a 35% increase on their utilization on key equipment. They also saw a 28% decrease in spend. And one of the most exciting factors, they did that in 3 months. These were the results that they were able to achieve in just 3 months. This is what RSC can do for you and for your company. All we ask for is that opportunity. What do you think? And where do we go from here?